Deep in the forests of New Zealand lives one of the strangest, rarest, and most endearing birds in the world, the kakapo. Known as the owl parrot because of its round face and forward-facing eyes. The kakapo is unlike any other parrot on Earth. It is nocturnal, flightless, incredibly heavy for a parrot, and perhaps most famously, critically endangered. Its story is one of survival, loss, and hope. A reminder of how delicate yet resilient nature can be. The Kakapo Strigops habroptilus is native to New Zealand and is the heaviest parrot in the world, with adults weighing between 2 and 4 kilograms. Unlike most parrots, kakapos cannot fly. Their wings are small and weak, but they are excellent climbers, using their strong legs and claws to scale trees. They can also glide clumsily down from branches, but their main way of moving is by walking and scrambling through the forest floor. Despite their inability to fly, kakapos are surprisingly agile and capable of covering long distances on foot. What makes the kakapo instantly recognizable is its owl-like face, with soft feathers arranged in a disc shape and large, forward-facing eyes. It resembles an owl rather than a typical parrot. This adaptation enhances its night vision, as kakapos are nocturnal creatures, active mostly after sunset. Their plumage is a beautiful, mottled green and brown, perfectly camouflaged against the mossy forest floor. During the day, they hide in crevices, under roots, or in dense vegetation, remaining almost invisible to predators. Kakapos are herbivores, feeding mainly on leaves, fruits, seeds, and the bark of native plants. They have a slow metabolism compared to other birds, which suits their long lifespan. Some kakapos can live more than 90 years, making them one of the longest living birds in the world. This longevity adds to their mystery, as few animals on Earth live so long while reproducing so slowly. One of the most fascinating aspects of kakapo behavior is their lek breeding system. Unlike many birds where males and females pair up, male kakapos gather in specific areas called leks, where they compete for female attention. Males dig shallow bowls in the ground, which act as amplifiers, and then produce a deep booming call that can travel several kilometers through the forest. This booming is followed by high-pitched ching sounds, creating a strange, almost mechanical song that lures females toward them. Once the female chooses a male, mating occurs. But here lies one of the kakapo's greatest challenges. Kakapos breed very infrequently, sometimes only once every 2 to 4 years. And usually only when certain trees, such as the rimu, produce large amounts of fruit. This irregular breeding cycle, combined with the fact that females usually raise only one chick at a time, makes population recovery painfully slow. Historically, kakapos thrived in New Zealand's predator-free environment. But when humans arrived, they brought cats, rats, and stoats, which preyed heavily on kakapo eggs, chicks, and even adults. By the late 20th century, the kakapo population had plummeted to the brink of extinction. In fact, by the 1990s, there were only about 50 kakapos left in the entire world. It seemed this ancient parrot, which had lived in New Zealand for millions of years, might vanish forever. But thanks to extraordinary conservation efforts, the kakapo became a symbol of hope. The New Zealand Department of Conservation launched the Kakapo Recovery Program, moving all surviving kakapos to predator-free islands, where they could be protected, monitored, and supported. These efforts have been remarkable. Every kakapo is tracked with a radio transmitter, and their health and breeding are carefully managed by scientists and rangers. Supplemental feeding ensures that females have enough nutrition to raise their chicks, and artificial incubation is sometimes used to increase survival rates. This intensive care has paid off from just 50 individuals. The kakapo population has now grown to over 250 birds. While still critically endangered, the species is slowly making a comeback. Kakapos have also become international celebrities. Individual birds like Sirocco, a friendly kakapo, who once climbed onto a BBC cameraman's head during filming, have brought global attention to the plight of the species. Sirocco became New Zealand's official spokesbird for conservation, helping raise awareness and funding for wildlife protection. Beyond their quirky charm, kakapos are ecologically important. As herbivores, they help shape the vegetation of their forest homes. Their survival also represents the survival of New Zealand's unique ecosystem, which evolved in isolation for millions of years. Protecting kakapos means protecting entire habitats, and the many other species that live alongside them. The kakapo's story is one of contrasts. It is a bird that cannot fly, yet has soared into the hearts of people around the world. It is critically endangered, yet slowly recovering thanks to human dedication. It is ancient, with roots deep in evolutionary history. Yet it is being saved with the help of modern science and technology. Looking at the kakapo today, one cannot help but feel a sense of wonder. Here is a bird that defies expectations. An owl-faced, nocturnal parrot that waddles through the night, booms like a drum to attract a mate, and can live nearly a century. Its survival depends on us, and in saving it, we prove that humanity can undo some of the damage it has caused. In the end, the kakapo is not just a bird. It is a symbol of resilience, of second chances, and of the delicate balance between humans and the natural world. As long as people continue to care, the kakapo's booming calls may echo through New Zealand's forests for centuries to come.